Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cozygamer Jessa. I'm Jessa, and in today's video we are going to be organizing and pretty much making a very practical farm. So I want the farm to be still like very cute, but I also want it to be able to produce a lot of vegetables because that is the main way that I'm making bells on this island. If you didn't already know, this island I'm not using treasure islands and I'm not using custom codes unless I make them myself. So I am grinding to get bells. I just removed all of these flowers so I can make room for all of my crops. I know it doesn't look like I have much right now, but I will be getting more. I am first removing this bridge because it's my starter bridge, and I do want to get a different bridge to replace it, but I have to do some waterscaping and terraforming to complement it, I guess. Like I want to make some cliffs and waterfalls to make it look super cute. Alright, so it is the next day and Leaf is here. I love that for us because now we can buy more vegetables. Okay, so here's my items that I have setting out, and this is the area I want to waterscape. I am gonna try and bring the river closer to resident services and fill up some of the land that is by Nook's Cranny, just so I can have more room for all of my crops. And I am gonna be using all of them, so I have sugarcane, carrots, tomatoes, pumpkins, all of it. So right now I'm just filling in all of this water, and I will be doing some terraforming, some portions to kind of separate where Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters are, because I want the farm area to be separate than the market place. So on each side of the bridge, which I don't have the bridge set out yet, but I'm making these cliffs and I'm going to have waterfalls going into the rivers, like the river mouths. And that is what I'm doing now. I'm building up this cliff, and this is kind of how I always terraform. I kind of set out the perimeter and then I fill it in and then I smooth out the corners. So I'm going to finish up this side of the cliff and then going to move on to the other side, and I'm going to make a very similar cliff down here, and it's going to connect the river mouth to the little spot of water in the middle where the bridge is going to go. So I'm just filling it in, and I am going to make these second stories too, and then we'll have our waterfalls that will flow from the river mouth, and it'll look pretty awesome. Also, I would like to mention that the museum is not staying over there. It's just there temporarily, but I do have plans to move it up on the second level of my island behind Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters. So yeah, that's just temporary. I know it's very close to these cliffs and looks kind of weird, but don't worry. The museum will be moving pretty soon, and I have some very big ideas for that decoration. I want to do an outside exhibit type build, so stay tuned for that. So it did take quite a bit of fiddling around to get the waterfall just the way I wanted it, and I'm moving on to this cliff over here, and we are going to make a waterfall that connects both rivers. And I think this looks pretty cool, so I'm going to be putting down some custom codes, and I'm placing the bridge right now, and let's see how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. I think the cliff needs to be a little bit closer on the other side, but we'll fix that later. And fortunately, I do have enough bells to pay for this bridge outright, and I contribute that to my money trees that I'm planting every day and my crops. So it is the next day, and I have a rough draft of where I want the path, the little squares, and I also moved all of my crops in the areas that I wanted them, and I put some dirt path under them. So it is quite a bit of crops, and I have to fill in this cliff back here just because I wanted to separate Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters from the farm area, because the Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny is going to be a whole different area. I want it to be kind of like a mall or I don't know if you've ever been to Claire's. Like, I want it like super girly and pink, and I have like shopping carts and all kinds of cute items that I can use for like mall themed. So that I'm very excited for because I haven't really built anything like that, but that'll be in another video. Right now I am placing my path, and I did make this one myself, like all the other codes, so I can't take full credit for it. I did watch a tutorial. I did attempt to make this path by myself without watching a tutorial, and it came out really bad, so I caved in and I searched up dirt path on YouTube and I watched the first video. I did reach out to the creator of the tutorial and they did not respond. I wanted to credit them in my video or like, shout them out, but I'm a small creator, so they didn't ever respond. And if they do and they allow me to like say their name, I will in the comments down below. But moving on, I am filling in this path, and I like the new game mechanics, like the scooting, I guess. I think it looks really funny, like watching it all sped up. But I think this path came out really cute, and I got these little flower circles, which are adorable. Again, I watched a tutorial for the flower circles also. And no shame, if you don't have Nintendo Online, it's a really good resource using YouTube to make your own. So I highly recommend that. And I have a bunch of path in the middle of my crops. So we have a little walkway. It looks pretty cute. I'm alternating the plain dirt with the, like, I don't know, the flower dirt, I guess, just to add some variation. And we'll put some dirt path over here because I want to put like a silo or some type of decoration back here. So I'm going to put a little dirt patch right here, as well as this little flower path. So I'm really curious on how much bells it would be to harvest all of these crops. Like if I watered them every single day and got like the max amount of crops. I'm going to assume it's quite a bit because right now I think I get like 80k, and that was before I planted like all of these like excess crops. And I have these cute little garden lanterns that I'm gonna place in the middle of these flower circles, and they're so cute. And I have my silo, and then a little bird bath, adorable, a barrel. So I don't have a whole lot of decorations. I am working with what I have, but I am gonna make the best out of what I do have. So I bought this gazebo, and it was very pricey, like a couple of thousand Nook miles, which was kind of crazy. And I do have some storefronts, and I'm gonna make like a building back here, like a little farm building, I guess. And I just like the way that looks. That's pretty cute. And I have this little wagon in the blue color. And we have some string lights, of course. Very cute. I wish they could get a little bit closer to the bridge, which is a little annoying, but that's okay. And I don't have any fully grown bushes, so I will be growing some right now. But we're going to time travel a couple days anyway, so it's okay. And we have a little log bench. More garden lanterns. So I also am going to be placing some fruit trees like in the holes, as you can see them on the screen, because I have a bunch of them on the other side of my island, and fruit is one, really good gifts for your villagers, and two, it's always good to have because you can also sell them, and sometimes it's one of the Nook Mile Plus tasks, which if you need Nook Miles, it's very helpful to do those. And I have a little bit of fencing I'm putting around the area for decoration, along with some flowers that I've been growing. As you can see, all my flowers on the beach, per usual. Right now, my storage in my house is completely full. My house is full of furniture, like the rooms, just random furniture right now. So I can't put any flowers in my storage because I don't have storage for rocks right now. So they're gonna go on the beach, which is fine. because that would take up so many storage spaces if I put all my flowers in there. I don't think it would be worth it. I have a couple of bushes that are grown. I found them somewhere, I guess. And I have the little beehive, and I have been talking to Flick every time he's on my island, so I do have some bug models, which one of my favorite decorations are the bug models. And we're going to put a little barrel right here and a gyroid. And here's just a little butterfly. And we have a log bench, more gyroids, and gnomes everywhere. I love using gnomes and gyroids. If this is your first video of me, you probably don't know that, but like in every build, I just love using them. That and duck decoys and bunnies, love it. So I'm placing my flowers around. I have white, pink, and that's the color theme of this island is like white, pink, blue, maybe a little bit of purple. And I am going to be decorating up here. So I have a couple custom codes going down just to add a little decoration. And some rocks, some flower circles. And let's put some trees up here. And we'll match the fencing from down below. And we'll have glow moss and flowers and bushes. So I think I'm going to put like a picnic blanket up here, and it'll be like a stargazing area, which will be pretty cute. I did make a little, I think it's plaid or gingham. It's a picnic blanket. So I'm going to place that down, and I have a little lace rim that I made. And that looks pretty cute. All I need is my telescope, and here it is. So now you can watch the stars, look at the planets up here. So cute. Also, Francine in the background is adorable. And I am going to decorate these cliffs because if I don't do it now, I will procrastinate it for a very long time. And I don't want to do that. So I want to stay on top of things. So I'm just going to place my flowers. And these are so hard to navigate, these cliffs. It is pretty annoying, but that's okay. We're going to place our bushes and our flowers. And I don't have a whole lot of decorations to go up here, so we're just going to stick with like flowers and bushes and glow moss. I wanted to put some trees up here, but they are not going to fit. This cliff is way too small. But that is okay, because we are finishing up and we are almost done. A couple more codes just to fill in the area just a bit. Okay, I time traveled a couple days, and let's go check out this farm. And here it is. I think it's super cute. I love that all my crops are filled in. And I will report back to you, not in this video, but in a different video, perhaps a short, on how much money or bells that I make from harvesting all of these crops, because I really want to know. But I'm assuming it's going to be quite a bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, that is amazing. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.